Alright. I hear you guys complaining. Where is the video? Sorry it took me so long to get back. I've been having headaches and I got really tired from that Modern Warfare stream, and the rage-inducing veteran difficulty really put my head through a vice. Basically, I had to take some few days of sleep, of full 8 hours sleep, just to get that out of my system. So I'm finally back and more video will be on its way. More videos, meaning there'll be many will be coming out. This will be one of the first, and people have been requesting me to do this by the Ackman. Modern Warfare 2 is a gem covered in diarrhea, which is okay. What bad things do you have to say about Modern Warfare 2? It's like people are not pleased anymore. You can't please anyone, and the idiots up top is just basically, can't you grow a brain cell and just basically connect with your fans and ask them what they want and then do what that is instead of focusing on what you want? Yes, this is what happens. Just listen to what they want, give them what they want, and then charge them. That's how that's how a transaction goes. Give them what they want, then charge the right amount of money for it. The right amount. The fair amount. I know that with the inflation is going up, at least make it practical to the point that we can still buy it and not feel guilty about it. Sheesh. You need to earn money, then you need to freaking give us something that we want. And Modern Warfare 2 has done that, and 2042 still sucks balls until today. I don't know. I don't know the condition of Battlefield 2042, but with how it started, I had no faith in it improving any. Even at the beginning, the scoreboard was whack. It's just as bad as the scoreboard in Vanguard, where they won't show your deaths. Basically, we don't want you to feel bad for yourselves that you suck. There are times, there are up times, and there are down times, basically. And I've been through the ringer of that one, but still, I am noticing I have a lot of white hairs, and that's where you... I got white hairs by playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on Veteran. Looks like I aged up. That freaking sucks. I need to get some tweezers and get this out of my freaking hair. Alright? Sorry about that. Took 2 minutes of your time. It's just me getting in touch with you guys again. Sorry about that. Almost 3 minutes. Let's start this by Modern Warfare 2 is a gem covered in diarrhea by the Ackman. Let's start and let's see what his hot takes are here. Modern Warfare 2 is a gem covered in diarrhea. Alright, let's start this. Modern Warfare 2 is a gem covered diarrhea by the Ackman.
We are extremely excited to give you the world premiere of the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer trailer. Thanks again and enjoy the show.
What the...
God damn you!
I had those crashes. I had a few of those crashes. Not as rapid or not as frequent as some people. Mine was playing out fine. At the same time, there are some lag issues that whenever we're loading into a level, it takes a lot of time to get away from the frame skipping, the flickering, and the lag. But when that is over, I can play it smoothly. I can show you a gameplay. I'll be checking out the Warzone 2.0 now that my game has updated. I'll show you guys what that is. And I bought the Vault Edition, so let's see if it really was worth $100. Okay? That aim, I should say your aim is cancer, but cancer can kill people. Ah, boy, not this again. It's Captain Price, alright? We want the OG skins, come on. At the same time, I miss the soundtrack of Modern Warfare 2, the original one. That's life. Oh,
So it's gonna be one of those kind of games, huh? Well, it's that time of year again. Not Christmas, but when the beta for the newest Call of Duty comes out, and we all join forces.
It's just the beta. Stop complaining. The reason for the betas to exist is to check out what's wrong and fix it. Now that we have launched, it really has improved a lot. There's still a few crashes, but not as prevalent and not as obnoxious.
Band together to make fun of its technical problems. There was quite a bit of hype for this game, and as expected, Modern Warfare 2 2022 has had... You know what? I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't call it Modern Warfare 2 2022. That's too many twos. I'm gonna call it Modern Warfare 22. Okay? We good? Modern Warfare 22 has generated a lot of buzz, as expected for Call of Duty, but this year I had a special feeling that Infinity Ward was just gonna knock it out of the park. They announced a sequel to Warzone, which is massive. It comes out 3 weeks after launch. There's this new third-person mode they're bringing back from the original Modern Warfare 2. Major improvements to vehicles, general quality of life upgrades. There's no 7.25 shotgun in this game. Claymores aren't unlocked at the very start. All this and more was coming in the sequel to quite possibly the best Call of Duty released in the last 5 years. Sure.
A little sad news for you, Nair 725. We got the Lockwood. We got the Lockwood. Double barrel shotgun again. It's still gonna be a nightmare. Especially when I'm holding it.
MW 2019 was far from perfect, but nobody can deny that it laid a new foundation and made massive improvements to the game's engine, the way it looks, feels, and plays. It improved an engine we had all been getting very tired of. Whether you enjoyed multiplayer or not, I think at the very least you could say the game was refreshing, in the same way that drinking piss could be refreshing if you were stranded in the desert and you were Bear Grylls.
And the only thing I can do is to drink my own pee.
Personally, I loved it until it got too sweaty, and I also really enjoyed Modern Warfare's campaign. So expectations were through the roof for me. Surely, Infinity Ward will see what went wrong with the last 3 games, and it'll all kind of be a bad little dream, right? Wrong! Thankfully, for the most part, Infinity Ward has not made these same mistakes as Vanguard Cold War in 2019. Incidentally, Infinity Ward has made entirely new mistakes.
What were we?
The game fucking crashed.
We should not be surprised about this. We should not be surprised about this. There's gonna be some issues, and we cannot fault anyone. Nobody is perfect. As long as it doesn't pull the same crap that Battlefield 2042 does, it will be fine. Come on, guys. I know that I love Battlefield. Battlefield was my first game. My first shooter game. The proper shooter game. And I love... What is your first Battlefield game? Mine is 1942. And believe me, I loved Battlefield. But with the state of how 2042 came out, I'd rather be playing something else. And then we get Vanguard, and I'd rather play something else. So the only alternative left to me was playing Halo Infinite, and we know how that ended up. But with the new Forge mode and new updates in the winter update, I am gonna come back to that and look at what happened, and let's see if there's anything good about it. But still, keep looking up. It's better to look up than to look down and see all the shit. Sorry for the curse. Well, Modern Warfare 22 is a ray of sunshine in 2022, and now in December, alright?
But before we jump into it, I've enlisted you to play Enlisted, the sponsor of today's video. Eyes up, soldier, this is General Act Man here, and Enlisted is a free-to-play World War II shooter with a couple of unique twists and surprises that I genuinely appreciate. Enlisted is a tactical squad-based shooter where you command and customize a squad of troops and lead them into battle.
Woo!
Choose between your different factions. Do you want to be a Nazi? You can do that. It's not my team and the enemy team. We have factions, people. Booyah! Booyah! The game's available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation. It's compatible with...
We are so sensitive as a generation, aren't we? We millennials. I have to accept, I am a millennial. But I was raised in the boomer generation ways. My parents did well in with my upbringing and taught me the value of hard work and make sure that I do not always slack off. At the same time, have thicker skin. But there's a line. There's still a line there, but it's pretty far off.
Last gen consoles as well. Crossplay, of course. I've always wanted to see squad-based FPS games more fleshed out. I loved Republic Commando, and this gives me vibes from those missions in Black Ops 2 where you got to swap between your different squads. It's like, I love that kind of gameplay. There's a progression system. The more you play, the more resources you get to upgrade your troops, buy them new weapons, unlock more guns, equipment. My strategy, I'm just going straight numbers, man. I'm buffing my squad up. We're going Russian tactics, swarm and overwhelm. Human life means nothing. Enlisted is totally free to play. So give it a try. Download it right now. Go click the link in the description. And if you do, I'll hook you up with a special little bonus. Some extra squads and weapon orders. Thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you Enlisted for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
Let's start with the awesome before we move on to what's bad. Maps, though visually unremarkable, they all played pretty well. I had virtually no complaints. It felt like every location set piece was something I'd seen before, but you know, as the old saying goes,
this space needs to be fun before it's pretty.
Like Cold War, the maps feel like a mix of the more creative yet oppressive style of 2019's maps with the streamlined, more basic, understandable layouts of Vanguard and Black Ops 4. I never felt like I didn't have the option to flank my opponents, which is always nice. One thing I feel is missing though is like more interaction on the maps. You know, Cold War had that one with all the boats and you could zip line to and from each one, and that was super cool. More of that stuff, please. One thing I found pretty funny, by the way, is
no wonder it was lagging a bit.
You get this little pop-up that Activision makes you accept, and it says, Code of Conduct. You agree to be respectful and not a piece of shit. Don't
be an asshole, just basically. And believe me, it's hard. It's hard, especially when campers are just basically getting an easy kill with one-shot guns. That pisses me off.
Meanwhile, YouTube thumbnail guy is like, new impossible challenge. Call of Duty fans try not to be racist.
Oh my gosh.
Thanos crew. Towards combating toxicity. I just hope that doesn't come at the cost of heavily censoring trash talk. You know how I feel about that.
So nobody on my team can even get 10 kills, right? So y'all can't even get 10. Don't even buy the game. You can't even get 10 kills. Don't even buy the game. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Suck my dick. Fuck you and your mama. Ah, fuck that hoe.
Get that out of my ears.
Another good thing, slide canceling has been removed. Get out of here, you're gone. This is a godsend. It's kind of like button combos in Halo 2. It's like, yeah, they're neat, they're cool. Congratulations on learning how to do them. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to be slide canceling around like a fucking chimpanzee on a water slide just to compete in a game that's supposed to be social. Black Ops 1 fans rejoice, the dolphin dive has returned. But unlike Black Ops 1, dolphin diving actually feels like it's tactical now. I've used it plenty of times to like jump into cover when bullets were hailing down, so that's cool. Wall hanging is a fun idea. Definitely gonna see some viral clips come out of this. Practicality-wise, very small, I think, but we'll see.
Oh, you can hang off that? What the fuck? That's getting patched. Oh my god!
You can totally ambush people like this. Oh god!
No, I want to watch that kill cam.
Ambush someone unless they're looking up. In this day and age, players are more inclined to looking up, but the map where there's water forces me to look down just in case is there some douchebag swimming there. Do I see a fish or is that a gun? Oh no, it's a gun. It's a neat trick. It's a neat addition to the map where you go swimming down and just basically flank someone unless you have a UAV up there messing around.
Imagine that in first-person mode. Like, the only reason he saw it was because it was third person.
So that's cool. It also makes pistols a bit more usable. And to add on to that, the new reload system is kind of unique and cool where, like, even if you can't reload cancel, it really helps LMGs to, you know, you start reloading, And if you want to sprint, you're still in the reloading phase. So if you've done half of the reload animation, you start sprinting, you go back, you only have half to do. You don't have to go through the whole animation again. This is cool. I still want to be able to reload cancel. Modern Warfare 22 also brings with it a very interesting spin on the classic progression system. Rather than having to commit to one weapon for 70 hours to unlock its 800 attachments, there's now families of weapons, yay! And they all have interchangeable attachments, so if you unlock something in the tree with the M4, you can use that attachment on the M16, so long as you level up the M16 and unlock that attachment slot, if that makes sense. It's a really cool
confusing
idea, and I like that it encourages players to branch out, literally, and use different weapons. It encourages a wider use of the sandbox. There are some problems with it, though. Mode selection, easily MW22's biggest strength. They came out with this beta, guns a-blazing. This shit was being updated every single day with new modes and new maps, and number one, they didn't just launch this beta with TDM, Domination, and Hardpoint. It's like, thank you for bringing some new stuff. Secondly, with Prisoner Rescue and all these one life modes, they're kind of like, hey Rainbow Six Siege players, we got something for you, come on, try it out, come on, who knows, you might like it. Like Prisoner Rescue especially, I feel appeals to the Siege and Counter-Strike audience, which is cool. Ground War also functions as a pretty competent iteration of Battlefield's Conquest mode, and would you believe it's actually a better version of Conquest than—
Well, basically, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 22 is telling, hey, we have something for everyone, so you can all enjoy. It's not just team deathmatch. You can rescue a hostage and freaking save your teammates when they're down. And at the same time, we got huge maps where you can play a battlefield that does not suck at release. I'm looking at you, 2042. You still suck to me. And I'm not wasting $100 over garbage.
Than what the latest Battlefield game came out with.
See?
Helicopters, you can fly over the map and people can spawn in them, and there's fit like 10 guys in there and everyone just airdrops onto a point. That shit is so awesome. I think that's pretty innovative to add to a non-battle royale mode. The third-person mosh pit is the surprise highlight here. I genuinely did not expect to have as much fun with it as I did. Oh, dolphin dive in third person, baby.
Oh shit.
Let's go!
Oh my god, that looks so cool. Yeah, I didn't try that.
And again, what Infinity Ward is doing is showing the Fortnite and PUBG fans, hey, we got a little third-person action too. Come on and join us. It's also a wonderful callback to the third-person mode from MW2. Knockout is a great addition again for someone like me who doesn't enjoy one life modes when the time to kill in the video game is like less than a quarter second.
Yep. So
adding revives to it kind of reminded me of Breakout from Halo 5 if that had revives, which I really enjoyed. Vehicles feel really well established in Call of Duty now, especially Infinity Ward's games. In the bigger modes, they're awesome. The tanks are fun to shoot and mess around with, fun to spawn on and jump out. It does give me Battlefield vibes again, which are good things. Oh my god, I ran away. I somehow ran away. I somehow escaped all of that nonsense. So they've added a bunch of new stuff. They've revamped the perks, bunch of new weapons, equipment, tacticals, kill streaks. That was the good. How's Modern Warfare 2 fucking up?
Of course.
Quite a few ways, in fact. Let's talk technical problems. Generally speaking...
Well, at least in his words, a few. Not many, a few. There's our silver lining, ladies and gentlemen. With Battlefield 2042, everything was a mess. Gunplay, maps, spawn, squad, communication, even the freaking scoreboard is a mistake. Get your act together, please.
I think Infinity Ward usually has the most polished games at release out of the 3 developers from what I remember, so I'm sure many of these bugs and glitches will be fixed in time. But in the meantime, we're still gonna make fun of them. And I'm not just talking like small bugs and, you know
what? I can still see the mark
crashes, you know, small
of the
small
cap
stuff.
he wore on
I'm
his
getting
head.
like 2042 flashbacks.
Can you guys notice it?
I just discovered a really funny... My fucking weapon. Now, it's not as bad as 2042, but the PTSD. It's been triggered. How do I always have enough content in these videos to make a segment covering just like random shit that flashes on the screen? Why do the bars on the side of the play of the game just flicker? Why do they do that? Anytime you call in a cruise missile or a streak on the tablet, there's like this little box that pops up trying to hold a point, and then
What the?
what? Are you getting that glitch too?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
just
who
happened?
the fuck is contesting?
I wasn't hit by an electric grenade in this clip. The interface was just having another seizure. There's this guy coming around the corner. I'm gonna pop his ass. What was that? Could not allocate from Louis element pool? What is that? Am I supposed to know what that means? Who the fuck is Louis?
LUI.
Fucking Louis, man! Oh, and that's nice. How do you like it when your enemies phase through the bottom of the map? What is this, cyberpunk? Dude, stop! Louis, I will pay you $100 to fuck off. You know, there's the more harmful glitches like the David Blaine glitch.
What the?
Is he
What
floating?
Yep. What the fuck? Hang on.
You know, and I can kind of overlook these visual bugs when they're not so... Okay, now I'm really getting PTSD from 2042. We're back to the Game & Watch animations, are we? Now, to be fair, the third-person mode is a lot of fun. Oh, come on, man. This is getting obnoxious, don't you think? I'm prone right now. Is this what prone looks like? Is this what I look like in Last Stand? I just float diagonally? I'm bleeding out here, guys. I'm bleeding out. Now, to be fair, these visual bugs didn't happen in every match of third person, but it happened in quite a few. Also, you know how in most games where, like, respawns are limited, you can easily swap to other players' perspectives after you die so you can see what's happening? Well, Modern Warfare 2022, it has to load. Loading next player. Huh?
They
Can't
fixed
you
that.
just swap to him? I've never seen that before. Usually in these types of games, you hit the D-pad and it swaps to the next guy, boom, like that. You know, you don't sit there like, oh, I can't wait to see what's happening. I also want to mention that I attempted a triumphant return to streaming on YouTube, and this game crashed 3 times, and OBS crashed 3 times. I'm running a 3060, by the way, 32 gigabytes of RAM and an i9 processor. My setup ain't cheap. I've had laggy streams in the past, but I've never had a game that was like so overclocking everything that it crashed OBS too. This one time I used the Predator missile while in a helicopter, and when I got back, it just... Yeah, that happened.
Oh, shit. Whoa!
What the fuck? I'm not trying to find glitches in bugs. I don't go into a beta and like, I can't wait to hate this game. No, it's like, this is just what I encountered by playing. Moving on, one thing we can all agree on that needs improvements: the user interface. Boy, oh boy, this puts Halo 5 to shame, let me tell you. That means a lot coming from
I hate it
Remember
too.
when all your custom classes fit on the screen at the same time and you didn't have to scroll? Actman remembers. Modern Warfare 22 looks like it's trying to appear like a mobile game. This horizontal layout, I don't think it's ever worked well in a first-person shooter. But I hear Infinity Ward hired people from Hulu to make this UI, and I'm just sitting here like...
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
You know how games have like that message in the day thing and it's usually tucked away in a corner somewhere? Well, check this out. Boom! Look at that! Look at that ratio. 90% of the screen is needed for the message of the day. That's one important goddamn message, and you are gonna read it. This game is obsessed with having giant boxes that take up half of the screen for no goddamn reason. Just display the information I need. You go to the friends list and it's a bunch of horizontal boxes. It's like, no, just make it a list. Do you write a fucking grocery list sideways? No, you don't. You write it down like a normal human being. I'd prefer the menus do their job of making it easy to navigate the menus rather than the UI people trying too hard to make their game look unique and cool. Probably my favorite fuck up is in the friends list. If you try to scroll, you'll notice it only displays 4 people at a time.
You can only see 4 at a time. What the fuck? I don't need to see my guy. It's the friends list. Let me see my friends. Why is half of the screen not dedicated to the friends list? It's such a stupid complaint. I know, but like, look at that.
Yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there.
Why is it more necessary to show me what my friends' characters look like than the list of people I'm trying to play this game with? The whole top right area, but whatever's going on up there, it just looks like a mobile game. You know, I've complained about Call of Duty UIs looking the same over the years, but I'm willing to stop if you just change this back. Another fresh.
That's one way to stop a complaint. Make something worse. Just piss them the hell off and wish for the old system to come back. That's how it is. You don't want to stop complaining? You just don't want to stop bitching? Alright, we'll change it up and make it progressively worse than the first one you've been complaining about. And when you see it, you're gonna wish we stayed the same, huh? Very childish. Very childish.
Frustrating aspect is that you have to make a perk package now that you then select within your class. Instead of just like, here's the 3 perks I want for this class, it's now a package. And it's a class within a class, which just adds another unnecessary step to the whole class customization. They also messed up the weapon trees. I saw a viral clip going around and noticed this too. The layouts aren't clear. I've highlighted the weapon at the bottom and I want to go to this gun, so I hit up on the control stick. Instead, it takes me to the weapon above it. So it makes no sense. You just have to fucking smash your joystick around until it goes where you want it to. I also noticed, and I don't think I was the only one, there was no post-game carnage report in the beta, and that worries me.
Is there actually any way to see my stats from last game? There is currently
not. There's one now. There's one now.
To see
after action
the
report
stats of the last match. That is fucking weird. I don't think I've ever seen Call of Duty do that.
Or is this going to be another scoreboard update we have to wait for? Gunsmith looks amazing, but when you're trying to select a weapon, it's like, why is the first gun locked in this category, but the 3 after it aren't? And I don't understand the receiver concept at all. I wish this game had like a tutorial to walk me through what that shit was. If I have an M16 and I change the receiver to that of an LMG gun, it just turns it into an LMG. So it's like, what's the point? Why would I not just select the gun I want to use? I'm sure there's other issues with the UI, but I will say I do like the visuals when you highlight a mode and this big epic image shows up. But other than that, there's basically nothing good about this user interface, and it's a detriment to my experience. Shooting and recoil. Like COD 2019, I enjoy the heavier, more realistic feeling gameplay where weapons aren't laser beams that can ADS in 1 millisecond. However, the recoil in this game is kind of fucked up. It's almost like mounting is now more essential. Like, it is so hard to just tap fire someone from range, either because the time to kill is so inconsistent, or weapons just have far too much recoil. The M16 is a burst weapon, where only the first shot will hit its target consistently. I thought the entire point of a burst fire gun was to have short, accurate bursts.
Remember, short, controlled bursts.
Even after somehow leveling this gun up and maxing out recoil control as much as I could, the weapon is still unusable. It is godforsakenly bad. And this is where weapon...
I'm gonna test that theory out in a gameplay of Modern Warfare and see if the M16 has improved. I'll try and max it out and see if the burst is still missing.
Progression could pose a problem. If you want to unlock attachments for this other gun, you have to play with this gun you don't like. That might be a problem if guns like the M16 remain trash. Why is Overkill a basic perk that almost every class is going to have, since it's objectively the best one in its category? Again, I like the idea of the perk system, kind of unlocking them as the match goes along, and having 4 perks is cool. I like the perks that they have, I really do. I just don't like how it's implemented. Now, here's my hot takes on the whole audio footsteps minimap debate. I'm gonna throw some curveballs your way with this, alright? I like the idea of footsteps being something that the player needs to account for, their own and their opponents. Maybe it's just my memory, but in older CODs, footsteps were hardly ever something I heard and could react to. I think this rewards the attentive player with more information.
Yeah.
I think having dead silence as a field upgrade and not a perk makes some sense. And I believe that some changes to the minimap were necessary to make suppressors not OP. This isn't Modern Warfare 2, where if you picked the suppressor, that was your one attachment for your FAMAS. So it made sense in that game that you'd be hidden from the radar completely when firing, because if suppressors did the same in this game, everyone would use them since you have 5 attachments. That being said, I could be wrong, but it seems like suppressors basically do fuck all, because you don't appear on the minimap when you shoot anyways, unless there's a UAV up. So there's really no point.
They fixed that. They fixed that.
That's what your opponent hears when you activate Dead Silence. This is a field upgrade meant to be stealthy, and it gives away your position.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Finally, if you played the beta and ever thought to yourself, did I just hear an elephant falling down the stairs into a china shop filled with explosives? If you ever had that thought, no, that was just the enemy's footsteps. At least they...
Well, that's a Vanoss analogy if everyone... An elephant falling in a china shop with filled with explosives. That would be a Vanoss video.
Fix the callouts from Modern Warfare. You remember when your guy would just be running around and he'd straight up be like, "Here I am, shoot me!"
Uh-oh. My one complaint on Modern Warfare 2, every time I lay down a claymore, I say, "Claymore here!" And what if my enemy is in the next room or next door? They'll know that there's a claymore. Then what's the freaking point in a claymore?
Enemies here.
I'm shocked that 3 years after this review, this clip is still relevant. Now, this is what footsteps sound like in real life. And these are footsteps in Modern Warfare. Fix the footsteps, man. It's not rocket science. Did anyone else think it was stupid that you didn't unlock a rocket launcher until level 21? So most people couldn't do anything about kill streaks, and if you played Ground War and Invasion, literally half the time or more, somebody had a counter UAV up, but nobody could shoot it down?
They fixed that with lower level rockets. The only thing I got in the beta was the RPG, which was unlocked at level 25. So the other rockets, the simpler ones, where the homing one was basically unlocked at level 1. I don't know if I'm wrong, but still, that was how the launch came out.
Just like Battlefield 2042, one of my biggest complaints is how difficult it is to see who's a friend and a foe. There's the issue of nameplates and visibility. Call of Duty can have a lot of stuff happening on the screen at once, so it's important to have visual clarity because this is a shooter and the objective is to shoot things.
I can't fucking shoot anything.
Unless we're talking about Team Fortress 2, you should never be confused who's on your team or not, especially in a shooter with a time to kill faster than a quarter second. These little blue dots, they ain't cutting it, because they can appear behind an enemy and trick you into thinking they're an ally.
Yeah.
But if you look at Modern Warfare 2, the green nameplates follow your teammates around everywhere.
It happened
Simple,
to me too.
Easy, no confusion. Cold-Blooded Pro was a perk that lets you remove your nameplate from your enemy's vision. Modern Warfare 22 doesn't have to give enemies the same nameplate, but just make our allies far more clear. So when combining the minimap, the footsteps, dead silence, mounting, doors, nameplates, and visibilities, what we've got this year is yet another Call of Duty where camping is the most effective play style.
Preach, brother!
Now, besides
Preach.
my complaints with the game, what I'm mostly disappointed in is the style of Modern Warfare 22. It's a game that exemplifies the phrase, "the devil is in the details," because this feels nowhere near as cool or stylistic as Modern Warfare 2. The announcers might as well be commentating a fucking round of golf with how unenthusiastic they are. When someone called in an AC-130 in Modern Warfare 2, everyone knew. Yeah, there's a gunship in the air. Watch out, maybe. And once again, we're forced to engage with the pitifully boring operator system, which means we still don't have factions with unique identities, voice acting, or musical themes. We just get a random mosh pit of dudes and chicks with guns. But at least we got Gus.
Man, how'd you get this dude with
I
the
want
staff?
soap!
How'd you pick this guy?
I want
Just got
soap!
some sly moves, man. What can I say?
I was gonna say, I was like, bro, I was like, yo, this guy's got a stash going right now.
I think after Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, the factions and announcers, they got real fucking lazy with them, let me tell you.
Domination.
Let's do this. Losing Bravo.
Hans Zimmer's soundtrack mixed with the incredible voice acting from Modern Warfare 2, it made it so iconic.
Those were the days.
I can't believe they didn't even bring back Mission Accomplished, Good Work.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
Like, this easy meme material, easy brownie points. I'm not saying do the exact same thing, but at least try to nail a style as successfully as MW2 did in 2009. So I don't know if there's much to go over. My overall impressions are that this game is certainly a gem covered in diarrhea. It's a game I really want to love, but just can't all the way. I'm not willing to be in a relationship with you right now. It's not me, it's you. You know, while I appreciate the emphasis on more goofy modes and gameplay, among many other things, it seems like all the most basic aspects are wrong here.
Man, that's how you miss every fucking shot.
I want to love Modern Warfare 22, but the way things are looking, I'm really not sure if Infinity Ward is going to make those necessary changes that I and many other people really want to see happen.
I hope they do.
Still, I'm going to buy it, play it, review it just for you. The campaign, I'm sure, is going to be fantastic. Hopefully they don't screw up Spec Ops again, and maybe I'll give Warzone 2 a shot. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out Enlisted. Give it a try. Download it today and get some extra cool bonuses. And I'd like to give a well-deserved and long overdue shout out to all my top patrons over the years. Maurizio 12, Lucas Haynes, English, Rora Chan, Kenny D, John, Corey Nurse, NFG 12 Lokes, Alex Tresidern, Kalinda Carman, LaJam, Clayton Bibb, Addison Giuseppe, Cosmo, Jazan, Beep, Chase, Scion of the Emperor, Reese the Beast, Salazar Mageddon, Blake Thompson, LJ Patty 97, Frankie Pierce, Dominic Scotch, Martin Erickson, Brick Chin, Dr. Muller, Jonathan DeMoisey, Steve Huntzinger, Joseph Schlee, Rose Graham, Taylor, HODL, Eric Johnson, Cord Gamer, The Order of Chen, Ryan Ovenden, Nuckin Futz, Zachary Liberty, Arvine Amiri, Sam Harrell, Matthias Schenker, Marsman Gaming, Dumb, Rex, Hitchagood, Benjamin Carson, and Mark Spill. Thank you guys all so much. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!
Well, that's all of it. So, I got an update for the Modern Warfare 2 Warzone 2.0. I hope it's airing now, and I'll look in and see what happens and let you know if the Vault Edition of Modern Warfare 22 is worth it. Because I really wanted more, because there's 50 tier skips. If we buy one tier skip, how much is one tier skip in Call of Duty? And I get 50 and there's only 100. That's basically half. Then the $100 could be worth it, as long as there's good cosmetics. But still, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will review Modern Warfare 2 2022 Warzone 2.0, and I'll see you again, guys, in the next video. Until next time, Buster here, signing out. Thank you, everyone.